Joan Rivers' career began on a television series called Candid Camera. She wrote a lot of jokes for that show and came up with a lot of the situations. But we remember her most as a replacement for Johnny Carson when he'd go on vacation. She put out many best-selling books and was a terrific lady. We did an interview with Joan in 2006.
Joan, I'm going to open with a question that maybe you're not prepared for, but I really wanted to compliment you. Where did you acquire your elegant taste in things? You're such an elegant lady. How did that happen? No, you are.
My mother. My mother and my aunt, they came from a whole background very different and lived very well. And I just really realized I'm just copying my mother every time I set a table.
Because, you know, watching the, the network where I understand $500 million of merchandise you've been responsible for selling, something like that?
Isn't that great?
Oh.
Yes, it's amazing. That's the shopping channel and QVC combined and Europe.
Oh, I didn't know it was in Europe.
Yes, we're all over Europe.
Now, do you pick these things out?
I don't pick them out.
No.
I design them.
Ah.
I design all the stuff. So when people like it, it's like someone likes your child. And when people say, when people don't like a piece of jewelry, of which I'm not wearing anything because I'm pre-show now.
Pre-show,
so I'll be wearing the jewelry on the show. When people don't like it, I take it as a personal affront. Phyllis Diller opened the door for every woman comedian. There was nobody like her, and very generous. She was at her height, and she came to see me. I was starting out in the Village, and she laughed the hardest and the loudest, and I still remember. And I thought, isn't that great? She's laughing at me. I write to her every now and again, and I have a, she paints, and she sent me a little painting of yellow flowers, and every time I look at the painting, it's so nice because, oh, Phyllis gave me that. She's a lovely woman.
Where do you get your material? I mean, hers comes from home and the people and life and all that. Is that the same thing?
I am, I think, every angry woman out there. I think I am so politically incorrect. I am so furious about everything. And the more I talk, the more the women go, yes. So it's very easy to find your material.
I was a big fan of your radio show when you had it syndicated.
Love my radio show.
I loved your radio show. You were just saying you're politically incorrect. You spoke out. You said what you thought.
Yeah.
Did you have repercussions from that, Joan, personally?
I don't care. The only good thing about age is you don't give a damn anymore.
It can't
You
hurt
say
you
what are you going to do? You're going to fire me? I've been fired. You're going to not listen to me? People haven't listened to me. You know, age is very freeing.
One thing that in looking through your biography, and I do remember one movie that it was incredible with Burt Lancaster. I was a big Burt Lancaster fan called The Swimmer. A midlife crisis type of show. But there were so many more of those I thought you could have done. Did you not want to do? I know you've written movies.
I love acting. I go back. I've been on Broadway 3 different times. I was nominated for a Tony, which made me so proud. I was never offered another role after The Swimmer. Isn't that weird?
That is so weird. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah, and I got great reviews for it. My mother and I wasn't even married then. My mother and I picked up Time magazine, and they said, the best thing in it is Joan Rivers. I remember my mother going, what? What? When she got her glasses. And we looked at it again. And I would love to act. I love acting. I go back constantly to act.
But you do, and it's funny because a whole new generation has discovered you, including my little granddaughter and grandson, from Shrek and from the Muppets.
Do you know what Shrek did to me in the under 6 crowd? I am the star of my grandson's class.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Because it was such a great show, and you do such a great job. Joan, I know you're going to go out and slam again tonight. You're a little tired from a long trip from England. I appreciate this.
Yeah. I just flew over, which is great. I left England this morning. I came here. But I love it when I'm spacey because you really have a good time with the audience. They don't know it, but they're going to get a really great show.
They know that you're great, or they wouldn't be here because you are. But just before we sign this off, insult me somehow because I'll feel left out. Attack the theater, the flowers, something.
You're dressed very well. You're dressed perfectly for an interviewer.
Joan, thank you.